Hello, welcome to another night shift. My name is Yazil, and today we want to see how this little piece of scene is built. So let's just first look into the scene. And we got a little fog here, and Eden can't jump very well. So, and here's a little pond and stuff like that. So basically we want to build a little scene and to use only Unity inside stuff in it. So let's stop that and just delete everything here, or just make file news, no, not save scene, wrong there. New scene, don't save. So we got a blank scene here, and first of all we look into Redshift import packages. What I did import is I imported the cameras, I imported the characters, I imported effects, and I imported environment. So let's look into that. Here's the old terrain, we delete that also. Yeah, go. So cameras is clear. There are a couple cameras, prefabs, characters. There's Eden, Rollerball, and the first player character, and also the cross-platform input. We don't need that, but it's coming with. We got effects for cameras. We got the environment, speed trees, the couple of trees which are coming for free from them, and then the terrain assets, which has grass and a few textures, and we got the water, and we have physics materials, and here are a couple scripts. So first thing we need to do is to add a terrain. So we're going for 3D object and terrain. Here are the manipulator for the terrain. Here's the grass and flowers, trees, color the terrain itself, smoothen, and the paint the height and lower or raise the terrain. So at first we go into the settings here, and I don't want my terrain from 500 meters to 500 meters. I want it like 200 to 200, and a height of 600 is okay, and resolution and stuff like that, we just stay there. And then I want to have my middle point of the terrain at, or the 0, 0 at the middle of my terrain. So I set it to 100, 100, and minus, so the 0, 0 point is over here. Next is we want to add color. So we go to our paintbrush and edit a texture. We add the texture, and we can go here on our terrain asset and can see here the textures. And I would say we say send, and we take that as an alpha, and that we add, and you see your terrain is colored now. If you edit it again and edit the texture and, for example, shorten the squares, it will be direct into or on your terrain. So I don't like this bumpy stuff, so I'm going to edit again and select and see if we got something different. There's Eaton on alpha, we don't need that, but we can use something like that. So you can see, even if that's water, it works also on the other textures. Next, we want to build a little island here in the middle. So we go and heighten our terrain and just click it like this. And then we're gonna flatten or paint the high. So you take that and put the hit the shift button and click on this point, and after that you have got set your height. And if you paint now, the terrain is moved to this height. You also can go for a bigger paint brush. So that's my island. It's just here and a little there. That's my island. So whatever you feel is good, just do it. And then I change the brushes for the sides, and I hit the shift button. Oh, and go on to higher or raise or lower and do stuff like that. Oh, that's not so good. So edit, undo. It's a little bit too much capacity. So I want to have a little hills here on this side. But that's too bumpy for me, so we're going to smooth, going on a different brush and smooth that out until you think it's good. So let's move there. No, smoothen. If you take the capacity higher, goes faster, of course. So that's for the terrain. So next we want to add Eaton somewhere. So we go and look for the characters and go on the third person character and go for the third person controller. Just drag him in there, and let's see, he's down there somewhere, so we gotta have him up. So something like that. And if we put in a camera, so we go to cameras and go to the free look camera, put that in. You see over here is the target. Target is our player, so it's Eaton. And if we start that now, we are still in nowhere. That's because the main camera is still on which is the first camera in game. It will be shown, so disable that. And there's our Eaton, and he's moving in our land. Okay. After that, I think it's time for put in the water. There are different kinds of water. So let's close that so we can see what we got. In environment, there's the basic water. I prefer that for something like Atlantic and oceans. So we take that, put it in here, and make it like 200 to 200 and pull it up a little. So if we start that now, we got a little ocean here, which I think is great. Good. And now for paint the island, we need the next color. We take the terrain, color, add a texture, and where's our textures there? So I would say let's do the grass and rock, and going to see if we got some alpha. Take the cliff normals. Okay. And we start, if we click that, we start painting the stuff here. So depends all on what you like. And then I take another color, another texture, sorry. And I think it's the grass. And also I'm going for the cliff normals. Add that. And I paint that a little more like this. If you put it here as target strengths, the colors or the textures got some kind of mixed. 100% mean you override it. So as you see, and do it a little like this, the other texture gets more through. So next we want to add some trees. So we're going to the tree and add the tree, and we got a couple, 3 at least. We got a palm here, we got a broadleaf, and we got a conifer. I would say we go for a conifer here. Add them. Here's the same. The brush size is how big you paint, and the tree density is of course how many in the area, and this is the variation of the height. So I don't want them too high, but I want them good spread of height. So, and then you just put in some stuff like that. So if you see what I just did, I hold my finger on the left mouse button and you see it's just, that's absolutely no-go and unrealistic. So I thought edit, undo, another one, undo. So if you do something, just put it once, or just go for a higher density and a bigger brush. And that's too big, it's out of the island. And it sets more. So we got a little wood area over there. So let's start that and see what's going on. And we can see we got a couple of trees here, and slowly but surely our island is growing. So let's say we want to make a pond over here. So we stop there, so it over here. We go for the terrain height. And we take a different brush. And we lower the terrain, so we shift. That's too much. That's too much also. Undo, undo. So let's capacity down a little bit. And shift then. So after that we smooth that. Go in with the other brush. So, and we add the basic water, daytime here. Let's see where it is. Oh no, not these. I want it more clear, so I go for the water and going for this. There it is. So so as you can see, you got a little pond here. Now it's more crystal clear water. So, and next I would say we need a little grass. So we stop that and go into our terrain and going for grass, and we add a grass texture. With Unity come two. It's this grass and this grass. This is more like length, and this is more ground grass. We start with that, and we just get rid of the color modification, and we also lower the width a little. 0.8, I think. Most errors, or most the guys just let that to the default, and that's just not looking good. So we add, and we go, let's say we make the brush size a little bigger, but we just go for leather feet, and we just put these around our pond. So, and if we go there now, whoop, you see the grass is moving already. That's made here in the settings. The default speed is way too fast, so I would say something like that. One something. And now we manipulate the bending a little bit until the grass is nearly straight ahead. So it moves, so you see it just looks more realistic now. Also you can go and manipulate the base color here. I like it a little bit like this. These settings are just don't vanish if you go out of the play mode, so you can just let that there. You see, it's not too hard to make a little nice looking area. We stop here. So one of the last things we are going to do is, if you look here, we added a component to the main camera on the player, and you see the fog is visible now. I would suggest you just play around with these values a little bit. So for example, distance fog or ground fog, and exclude the far pixels and the height of the fog when it starts, and the density. So if you go there, it's more fog or here a little bit, or the start distance when the fog should start from the camera's point out. And also, let me turn that off, the fog, and you see and look on the trees here. And if we go and put on anti-aliasing, we just hit it and you direct can see it, everything smoothed out. So that's it for this tutorial. If you like it, push the like button. If you like it even more, subscribe to my channel. I would really love that. So I would say happy night shift. See you.